Hey folks, it's Miss Rogers, and we are going to embark on our next topic this week called Pythagorean Theorem. And we're going to talk about other stuff about triangles. Well, we're going to talk about the other stuff first. Number 1, determine if we have a triangle. And then we're going to use A plus B is greater than C. A and B are the smaller sides or lengths. And C is the largest length. Okay, so for example, letter A. I've got 3, 4, and 5. So let's work that out. 3 and 4 are my smaller lengths. So I'm going to say that's A, that's B, so this has to be C. So A plus B would be 3 plus 4, and then I'm going to put 5 over here. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 5. 7 is greater than 5, so yes, I have a triangle. Okay, letter B. I have 2, 2, and 4. Once again, I'm going to label them. I'm going to do it on top this one, save some room. A, B, and C. So I'm going to say 2 plus 2 and 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 and 4 are not, this is not true. So no, I do not have a triangle. Letter C. 8, 3, and 6. Uh-oh, these are jumbled up. So my smaller sides are these two. 3 plus 6 and 8. Is 9 bigger than 8? Yes, so I have a triangle. Can't spell. All right? Pretty easy, right? Just add and compare. I'm going to circle the ones that we did. Okay, number 2. Classifying triangles. You're like, we've already done that, Ms. Rogers. Well, yeah, we did that by looking at the shapes, but now we're going to do it by looking at numbers. So this time we're going to use a form of the Pythagorean theorem. So if we have a square plus b square and c square, and they are equal, then I have a right triangle. If I have a square plus b square greater than c square, then I have a acute triangle. If I have a square plus b square less than c square, Then I have a obtuse triangle. So it all has to deal with this right here and C. Okay? So let's try some examples. Letter A. Once again, we're going to try 3, 4, and 5. So 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 squared is 9, plus 4 squared is 16, and C squared would be 5 squared, that would be 25. 9 plus 16 is 25, and 25, and that is equal. So I have a right triangle. Letter B. 2, 2, and 3. First, is it a triangle? 2 plus 2 is greater than 3. So yes, that works. The two smaller sides have to be greater than the third side. So let's do 2 squared plus 2 squared and then 3 squared. So 4 plus 4 and 9. 4 plus 4 is 8 and 9. 8 is smaller than 9. So I'm looking on my chart. So it's an obtuse triangle. Oh, y'all can't even see that. There we go. All right. Next page. One more. Letter C. 5, 7, and 8. Once again, we're going to do 5 squared plus 7 squared and 8 squared. So 25, plus 49 and 64. 9 and 5 is 14, carry the 1, 6, 7, 74 and 64. That's less than, so this would be an acute triangle. Okay? Sound good? It's backwards than what you would think. You want to look at C rather than A plus B. Okay? Number 3. Finding the missing length of a right triangle. First, we need to know some parts of the triangle. So let's draw a right triangle. Label the parts. There's the right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. I'm going to call this side A.
Good morning, students and teachers.
This side.
Everyone should be in second period at this time. Teachers, please check the schedules of each of your students. Make sure.
Okay, so I'm going to call that one A, and I'm going to call this other one B. These two are called legs. of a triangle. Like my arrows filled in. I don't know why. Okay, so now we have our legs. This last one is called C. You probably know all of this from 8th grade. C, and C is called the hypotenuse. C is the hypotenuse. It is across or opposite the right angle. So let's write the word opposite. Opposite means across from. And the word adjacent. The legs are adjacent. Adjacent means next to. Next to each other. Adjacent means next to each other. Those are going to be important words. Okay. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of Pythagorean theorem. Now, the exact theorem says the sum of the squares of the legs of a right triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. That's a lot of big words to actually say a square plus b square is equal to c square. And the converse is, you have two versions. A square is equal to c square minus b square, or b square is equal to c square minus a square. Depends on what you're looking for or how you label it. Okay? So let's look at a couple of examples. Letter A. Got this triangle here. Doesn't look like a right triangle, but looks are deceiving when you're drawing them. Here is 9. Here is 12. And we're looking for this value right here. Well, first we need to know, are these A and B, A and C, B and C? What are they? Well, look at this right here. There's the right angle. Are these adjacent to the right angle or across from the right angle? They're adjacent. So this is my A. This is my B. So A square plus B square equals C square. So 9 square plus 12 square equals C square. So 81 plus 144 equal to C square. That's going to be 5, 2, 225 equals C square. Is that my final answer? No. I have to take the square root. To get rid of the square, I have to take the square root or the radical. Remember we talked about radicals in the last video. Use the radical symbol. When I do that on my calculator, if I do it on my phone and I have it set to fraction, it'll simplify for me. But I'll show you that in a little bit. So C is equal to 15. And there's my answer. Okay, let's do one without a picture. Letter B. A equal 8 and B equal 24. We're looking for C. So 8 squared plus 24 squared equals C squared. I'm going to need my calculator for this. I know that 8 squared is 64, plus I don't know 24 squared. Oh, where's my calculator? 24 times 24 equals, wow, is that right? 24 times 24. Nope, 576 equal to C squared. And then add 64. 640 equal to C squared. Now, if you have Calc 84, let's see, Calc 84, looks like this. Notice I've got the word fraction on here. If it says decimal, you can't do that. So if I type in second square root, whoops, clear, second square root 640, I think that's what I got, yeah, 640, and press enter, gives me 8 square roots of 10. So I get 8 square roots of 10. That's my exact answer. If I want the decimal answer, I do decimal, and I get 25.3. And that's my rounded answer. And I put the approximate equals on there, the squiggly equals. So I have 2 ways of getting my answer. If I'm on my cell phone, I can use Calc 84 and put it in decimal, or I can do fraction. Okay. Let's do one where we're not finding C. Let's do letter C here. And I've got a right triangle. Like I said, looks are deceiving. Here's my right angle. This is 9. This is 7. So we have B, A, and C. This is across from the right angle, so this is C squared. And I'm looking for A. So A squared is equal to C squared minus B squared. So I'm going to do A squared equal to 9 squared minus 7 squared. 81 minus 63. No, 49. So 81 minus 49. 81 minus 49 is 32. Equals A squared. And I'm going to use my calculator again. So second square root 32, enter, gives me 4 square roots of 2. And I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. All right, and that's all for today. If you have any questions, let me know.